My dad started his company over 60 years ago. It was just a small storefront, and all he had was a 6-foot display case. At that time, we had our entire family working in the business. We still treat everyone as family, which we call in Hawaii, ohana.
Aloha is this concept of connecting and then being in harmony with everything around you, the people, the place, and more importantly with yourself. As a result of that, you become either more receptive or people are more receptive to you. And it's about giving and receiving. That is the Aloha spirit. So when you say Aloha, you're saying to be joined and to be connected with that essence of life. And so when you say Aloha and when you behave and act with Aloha, you're actually creating a life experience around you. And so Aloha is about your community as much as it is about you. What customers experience when they engage King's Hawaiian is a sense that they're important. The product is important, they like the product, but it's more than that. It's the engagement, it's the experiences that they have. If they have a problem, it's not going to be just an email or a phone call, but there will be attention paid to them specifically. So I think that intention is, how do you make a stranger a part of your family? Again, Aloha is more than just a greeting. It's not hello, it's not goodbye. It's a way of being. It's a way of living.
The mission says irresistible Hawaiian food with Aloha spirit. You can't put Aloha spirit in the product if it's not in the workplace. Part of excellence is being satisfied with who you are as a person and accepting yourself as a person, having thinking that's very curious, very critical, very collaborative, and always wanting to learn more.
Kulia ika nu'u, which in Hawaiian, it's a motto in Hawaiian, and it means strive for the highest.
What we strive for is excellence in regards to how we treat our customers, how we treat our employees, and how we treat anyone who comes in interacting with the company.
Excellence is key to also how we make our product. We deliver very high quality, irresistible product to our consumers, and we're always finding ways to improve our manufacturing process to deliver against those standards.
You just feel it. You just feel the excellence. Everyone goes above and beyond for each other.
As the voice of the consumer for this company, excellence has to come through with every interaction we get from a consumer. We want to make sure that consumers know that we're making a product that we put a lot of love into.
Dignity is exemplified each and every day, from our founding father, Robert Tyra, to Mark Tyra, his brothers and sisters, to their children now.
Dignity is really a value that I think is embodied very well at King's Hawaiian. It's just that respect that we share for one another. No one puts themselves above somebody else. There's authority and there's rank, obviously, to any company, but when we afford each other respect one to another, that's really rankless.
It's very much like a family. The Ohana spirit is really alive, and when you're in a family, you treat each other with respect and you listen to each other.
That's giving the people the respect they deserve, not only because they're just human beings, but also because they're really important to us. And that's really what dignity is to me.
The dignity really stems from the ownership of making a good product, the ownership of being behind a brand and the aloha that's behind the brand, and then now delivering that dignity to the consumers.
Dignity is not so much just how we treat people, but expectations and kind of following the Aloha way of how we do business here.
Telling it like it is our third value. It's not being afraid to be able to tell someone that what I think you're doing is maybe we could do it in a different way. So it's really a team effort, and that's what we do a lot here.
It's almost as important as the way you tell somebody something or the way you communicate something to somebody is done in that courteous and professional way.
It comes back to trust and respect. Because here at King's Hawaiian, one of the great things is we don't worry about being right in the beginning. What we want is to be right in the long run, right in the end, and right for the company.
I want to hear that message from you. I want you to be truthful. I want you to be direct. I want you to be polite. I want you to use dignity.
So telling it like it is in a way that can be heard is really being open and honest, providing people feedback, but also being aware of how they're reacting to the feedback.
We always have to meet our demands, being able to work with them as a team, being able to say what we need to say in a way that is respectful and always heard.
King's Hawaiian somehow allows you and makes you feel comfortable enough that you can actually voice your opinion and don't feel bad about it.
It's being truthful, but it's doing so in a respectful and a dignified way so that the message you're trying to get across is actually going to have an impact and actually lead to some sort of change.
In Hawaiian, we have a term or a saying that goes like this: "Ika na na no ike." We learn by observing. And so this effort is really to consciously and with awareness instill the Aloha spirit in the day-to-day practices of the company. So it's really an alignment of operating culture with the culture of King's Hawaiian.